This is a fun song to play. Neil Young's The Loner came out on his first album, 1969, I believe, but he wrote it a few years before, and the version we're going to look at is the way he plays it mostly acoustically, and actually kind of the way he did it really early from the recording 1968 at the Canterbury House, available on an album called Sugar Mountain. So the recording, we're going to look at the completely acoustic version, solo version. You can sing it if you like. We got words, and it's in double dropped D tuning. Now Neil Young calls this a D modal tuning. It's kind of D modal, but it's not. It's only modal in the respect that it's not D major or D minor. So that's a reasonable way to call it. But a more reasonable name for this tuning is double dropped D, because what we have is both E strings tuned down to D. Now, in his discussion on this album from the Canterbury House, he talks about the tuning a little bit, and he says, and what's really cool about the tuning is you can just play stuff the same normal old way, and it sounds different. And he plays most of the chords the same way that he would play them if he was tuned in standard tuning. Even to a fault at a couple points, which I may get to. But so anyway, we're going to be looking at this in double drop D tuning. It's really easy strumming, kind of, because all we're really going to be doing is keeping a steady pounding of downs with your hand moving at the speed of eighth notes. So it's going kind of fast. The quarter notes are going this fast. I don't know how fast that is right now. I don't have my metronome handy. Well, it's handy. It's just not on. The quarter notes are going about this fast, and then the strumming, the downs are going twice as fast. So we're going to be doing eighth notes with the downs. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. Maybe. I don't know if we need to even after what I just said here. And then some unusual chord shapes, most of which are pretty easy. You never actually need full bars, although there are a couple chords where the full bar makes it a little bit easier probably. So I think that's all I got to tell you about the preliminary info for the Loner here. So let's take a look at the chords. So in double drop D tuning, or as Neil Young calls it, D modal, in double drop D tuning we're going to play a lot of D chords, but because of the open D string that we have here on the first string, we're not going to be playing that string on a D chord. We're going to be leaving it open. So the D chord will be played with just two fingers. Now sometimes you can play it with your first and third fingers, which would be the normal fingerings for D, but there's a particular run in this song that makes it a little bit more efficient to play it with your second and fourth fingers